All right, guys, so we got us a Toro recycler here. 22-inch front wheel drive. 6.75 torque. It's pretty sun faded. The deck is lost its shimmer. See if we can bring that back, if it's even worth saving yet. We don't even know. The only things I know about it right now are the tank is bone dry, which is good. Hopefully she'll fire right up, but we're not going to get to that yet. And I think I have front wheels for this. This one's not horrible. This one's getting pretty bald. These, boy, it looks like it mowed a lot of gravel in its day. One thing I do know about this style of deck is they tend to crack a lot. I'll have to take a closer look later, just offhand. A lot of times they'll crack here in the corners and in the engine mounts. So far this one looks good, but we'll have to check it out further. All the wheels adjust because I like to put them on the center or the middle of the road setting, and this one is stuck pretty solid, so that has to be addressed. And the cable has to be adjusted or something. You can see it's tight right here, and it's pulled pretty much all the way back. So this is be pretty uncomfortable if you want to mow. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see something. Oh, that didn't help. I wonder. No? No, it didn't help at all. Okay, so still has to be dealt with. Yeah, so I'm going to give it a wash. I need to get that cover off of there, which I think bolts from underneath, because I want to get that all washed out. And what's the date on this bad boy? Date of manufacture. Need two hands here. Hang on. March of 2011. So anyway, I'll be back with more. Okay, so before we start working on it to see if it even runs, this non-adjustable, or the wheel that's I can't adjust, is driving me crazy. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Don't lose the washer. Okay, so I don't know if I should just lube it up first or try to maybe just give her a loosen up here first, or attempt. Alright, I'm gonna loosen it just, well, I don't know, it's probably, oh, let's just go right into the body because there's no nut back there. There we go. Good as new. Just wipe its chin a little bit there. And, I'm going to give a bolt here a little bit while I got it off. And this washer I've almost lost twice. Don't lose the washer. Guys hate when people do that. That. Hope they drove you crazy. Anyway, off to the next one. Alright, before we fire it up, not a whole lot of oil in it. So I'm just going to top it off, and then I think we'll put some gas in it and see what happens. Alright, I did my, which I'll show you more of later, but I did my torch trick to the plastic, and it somewhat worked. I mean, it brought it back, but it's kind of splotchy. And I tried to glue this sticker back down, and that was a bad idea. I should have just taken it off, because now it looks terrible. And now it's glued down, so whatever. It is what it is. Like I said before, the tank is empty. Now watch as it all gushes out all over the deck. That's why it's empty. Oh, and if you can see, this took the cover off to wash it out. This belt is hatted. So, well, should be gas in the bowl. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Wah wah. Okay, well, a couple things. As you can see, it runs terrible, and number two is, well, I can't say that the drive don't work yet, because I mean, I was trying to engage it, and either this belt is just too far gone, or I mean, the belt wasn't even turning, so who knows. I'll have to, let's see if we can get it running good first. Okay, so it was dripping gas before I tipped it up. That's why I don't like to put a lot of gas in it first, because one, I don't know if it's going to leak, and two, when I do tip it up like this, then the gas goes to one side of the tank and not running out. Look at it all gushing all over. Neat. Yeah, I've seen worse. So clearly we have a needle and seat problem, or a float problem, or whatever, and which could be, that could be why it ran like it did, or well, we'll get into it. Okay. So I wish I could put this thing up on my lift table. But I currently have a 48-inch mowing deck on it that leaves. That anyway, I'm waiting on a part for. I have to wait over a month to get this stupid special idler pulley for it. It's kind of irritating me. What do you do? So I work on the ground like this, I guess. You know what? I was just gonna take the bowl off, but I'm gonna have to take the cover off so I can. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, I got the housing cover off. We're just gonna take the whole carburetor off. Alright, should be good for that. I'll be back. Alright, so I just gave it a quick spray off with the hose. Okay, well this doesn't feel good already. Pretty gummy. Pretty gummy. Yeah, okay, sure. Surprised it ran at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Eesh. Yeah, see, that's, we'll have to get another carburetor, which I have, no biggie. This one, not to mention the gasket, it's pretty much shot now. What happens is, everything's sticky. With that old ethanol sitting in there, it's a rubber seat down there, and it expands. That old ethanol makes it swell, and the needle and seat do not work right after that. So you have to replace the seat or get another carburetor or whatever. So I'm going to throw this back together like I never even looked at it, and put it back on the mower and quit, because I've had enough of this. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to get another carburetor. So I'll be back. Alright, so I got us another one. Don't know if I went through this one before I put it away. I don't think I did. Well, already it's a vast improvement. Not sure I like that float though. So I'm going to show you, just going to wipe down this bowl real quick on the outside of it. For those of you that don't know, the main problem with these Briggs carburetors lies right here in the jet bowl nut, because it's a bowl nut and it's a jet all at the same time. There's a hole right down the center. Just got to make sure that's clear, and that this one there is clear. Doesn't hurt to take a little air, blow through it, and everything else looks clean. We're gonna roll with it. This is black paint on the bowl too, not dirt. So anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got it all buttoned back up, and you guys might have noticed when I took it apart before, the gasket in between here and the carburetor was in half. I had to piece it back together and whatever. Luckily it's not a primer bulb deal, so on those the gasket is very important to be perfect, not so much on these auto chokes. So let's it's not leaking, so that's a good thing. Let's see what happens here. Oh, come on. That better be a fluke. Anyway, so now that we know it runs, let's dive into the belt and the drive. Okay, so in order to get the belt off, you got to take off this belt keeper, which two bolts that are also engine mount bolts. This is how I found the belt. I mean, I put it back, I pulled it out of there so I could see if I had another belt already. I just put it back in just to kind of show you guys how I found it. And it was, you know, lodged, like it was way in there. So it's no wonder it wasn't spinning anything. And then this side, you have 3 Torx screws. You have to take this cover off, and which is also a belt keeper. You know, this working on the ground crafts for the birds. I need my table back. So this belt is total garbage. I think I found one in my hoard that is about right, I think. We'll find out. So I'm trying to do this. Oop, sorry. See, it's hard. Sorry, you put it through the hole there, and then put it down there, come around here, put it on there, and then when you activate it, it should pull it like that. So I think this one's going to work. You may have to adjust the cable to fit this particular belt. I don't know. It's probably going to be okay, but we'll see. And we'll have to show you that later. So I'm going to put that cover back on. I'm going to button all this up. You might as well sharpen the blade as long as I got it off of there. The thing is with this mower, like I think I mentioned in the beginning, looked like it was mowing a lot of gravel. There's supposed to be a big plastic baffle in here, and it's, you know, this is the back flap, and that's, I mean, it's gone. Here's your back cover flap. That's that deal. So I don't know how well it's gonna cut, but okay, we're gonna just keep rolling with it, I guess. Okay guys, real quick here before we fire it up and see if the drive works. I got the blade sharpened and all that, the brackets and the blade, or the bolts back in the engine for the mounts. But you can see, well, this looks much darker, and so does that cover there. I'm going to show you. I've showed this before. See if I can get you in there a little bit more. See, I already did half of that back cover, right? It's almost kind of like you're painting, spray painting. I've said this before, you could probably use a heat gun, might be a little safer than what I'm doing. By the way, when I did the engine cover, there wasn't any gas in it yet, so you know, settle down. So there you go. That's how I do that. Now, I'm going to back you off a little bit because I zoomed you in. All right. Okay, I would say you don't have to adjust that belt at all. So, but this front tire is a little bald. Let me get set up here. All right. The gears and everything still look really good on this one. I don't know. I got this other one. I thought the tread was the same. But I believe it's a little different. Oh. The hubcap's a little different too. Huh. Why is that? This thing seems like it's all busted out. Well, you know, I could swear I don't know. Maybe I have some of these somewhere else. I have to look harder. But that's what you do here. And I guess as long as we're here, I think I'm just going to put this back on for now. Either I find one or I don't. There's a washer in here. If I can get it out. See that? How it's stepped like that. These are really important with these particular Toros like this. The rear drives have the same kind of washer, and it's pretty important. That you get it in there right. A lot of times what'll happen is it just won't be in there right. It'll be cocked off to one side or something, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna put this wheel back on. It's dark now. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, so I'll have to go out tomorrow and see if I got a match. I thought that one was a match, but I was way off. Like I said before, the other side is pretty good. It's just this one is a little bald. Alright guys, so it's still the same night, so I haven't looked for another tire yet to see if I got one in the Horde. I just changed the oil. I warmed it up and changed the oil. And had a better air filter. I have zero money into this thing except for probably what I have in the oil, because this mower was given to me. So I mean, it runs really good, as you guys know, and the drive works really good. So with a new used belt, I might add. I'm thinking I'm going to ask around 140, 150 for it. Unfortunately, it has no bag. I kind of shined it up with WD-40 a little bit. Good enough for pictures, I guess. It was really dulled through here. You can still see it was really dulled. It has some dull spots over here. Those are the dents I was talking about. So that's about what I'm going to ask, I think. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. And, you know, leave me a comment. All right, guys? See you on the next one. Bye.